Hello and welcome to the final of the dynamic billiard Lasko Open. After two fantastic semi-finals, we have our two finalists. We have Mr. Wiktor Zielinski from Poland and Mr. Joshua Feller from Germany. Wiktor, this is your second consecutive EuroTour final. You're going for another win. What do you put that down to?
I hope, to be honest, somewhere else right now. Who just crossed the all Ukrainians and her family, because we all have to be with and be all against Russia, because it's really, like, you know, disaster was going on in Ukraine now. So my thoughts are with her, and I'm just like somewhere else still. I hope I'm gonna win. I will try. I will do my best.
I think we can all agree with Wiktor's sentiments there. Joshua, after that solemn words from Wiktor, how are you looking at this match?
Well, obviously I have to try my best. I'm here to win, but we see how it goes. It's my fourth big tournament in a row. It's the fourth final, so I'm in a pretty good form, and I just try to win it. And yeah, we're gonna have fun, I think.
Good. Well, those were the two players, and we're just going to now hand you over to our match referee, Mihai Voko.
Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the final of the dynamic billiard Lasko Open here in Slovenia. I have in the commentary box with me again one of the world's best players, Mr. Ralph Suke. Welcome, Ralph.
Thank you, David. Hello everyone at home and here in the venue.
And this promises to be one special match. Two youngsters here are at the top of their game, and as our MC Luke Riches just mentioned, Wiktor won the last tour stop last year, November, in Italy, and Joshua is the current European 9-ball champion.
Yep.
So what a match. Perfect for this final.
Yeah, definitely one of Europe's top players at the moment, and not only in Europe, also worldwide. And yeah, as Joshua mentioned himself in the interview, this is his fourth final in a row now. You know, he won the big table event at the Derby City Classic. He lost in the 9-ball division there at the Derby. He lost in the finals of the Premier League, like last week against Albin Ushan, and now again he's here in his fourth final in a row. So that's a big achievement to begin with. You know, it's really very difficult to make it, you know, to 4 major finals within in a month, so to speak.
On 2 different continents.
Yeah.
And there, you look at Wiktor's break. I did mention this earlier in the previous semi-final about the Polish and their breaking. Wiktor was just smashing them in, 3 balls off the break and leaving racks like this.
Yeah, they're both sharpshooters. I mean, Wiktor sometimes is a little careless. He overpaces himself here and there, and let's see if he can, you know, handle the situation and take his time, because sometimes, I mean, he's definitely the future in the game, along with Joshua, obviously. I mean, they're both young. I mean, Joshua, I believe, is 23, and Wiktor is like 20, 21.
21, I think, yeah. Just, or if not, he's going to be. But Wiktor leaving himself a tough 6 here, or stretching at least.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I meant, you know, here and there he's a little careless and puts himself into difficult situations where he actually didn't want to be in, and you know, here and there he misses therefore a good opportunity. But when he's rolling, he is also very tough to beat. You know, I mean, you get 2 sharpshooters here.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, the younger ones seem to be a bit more fearless.
Yeah.
You know,
that's for sure. Yeah.
I think everyone is when you're young. You've tried all kinds of things. when you get older, you just get a little bit slower. Wiser and slower. And Wiktor Zielinski making light work of this first rack of the final. Taking the lead, 1-0 over Germany's Joshua Filler.
Yeah, nice out. Even though the position on the 6 was not ideal, but
He made it, got around it.
yeah, that's basically all that matters at the end.
Yeah.
As long as you get the job done. And the question is, can he win the second event in a row, like Francisco Sanchez Ruiz did not too long ago by winning back-to-back titles on the EuroTour?
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to win back-to-back.
Yep.
It's tough to win one, but back-to-back.
Yeah, quality of play has gone up so much over the years. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And there's something we had before. It's working out how many or who has the most titles on the EuroTour, and your name is certainly up there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the EuroTour from its... I think I missed the very first one.
Yeah.
And then in between I missed a few due to collisions with other events, but yeah, aside that, I've played, I would say, I don't know, 95% of all the EuroTours that ever happened I was part of, and of course if you play 100+ events, you know.
Yeah. I
mean, it's still not easy to win 23 like I did, but competition back in the days was not as difficult as it was or as it is nowadays, I have to admit. Not saying that it was easy back in the days.
No. You still had the top players everywhere, but
yeah,
there was a smaller group of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you met them eventually,
yeah,
you know,
of course.
at some stage, but smaller group of them. Now you're meeting the top players even in the early rounds.
Watch the cue ball.
And that is going to be tight.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to step on the floor near there. Again, that cue ball defying gravity.
That is hanging deep there. Jesus. That actually makes it tough to hit the cue ball properly for the kick shot, you know.
Yeah.
It's tough to play safety, or I mean, you know, try to get one. I mean, obviously you have to. So hit the one. Maybe it's like a
The 9 ball.
hope.
Look at the 9 ball. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, Wiktor just woo. Yeah, he was wishing that one in there.
Yeah, little tricky here. I don't know if the 2 actually goes into the top right corner. Yeah, probably not. That's why he went all the way around.
Just come a little bit far on that. He's on the wrong side. He has to only roll the 2 in. Leaves him a tougher 3.
Yeah, that's the one. That one you have to make to win the rack. Not yet, you have to make it, but that's
Make
the
it,
difficult
yeah.
one. You know,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong here.
They're the balls you need to make.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, Joshua is actually one of the players that is not afraid to shoot a shot like that. You know, to him it seems like an easy straight in one. You know.
Yeah. I mean, when the balls are all open and easy like this 5, that's your bread and butter. take them every day. When you got to play for the big shots, you have to perform. And you have to get it right. Joshua just coming up a bit short there.
He understroked that a little bit, yeah. Maybe took that bit for granted. Tougher than he wanted.
Again.
It's 50-yard line. It's either a foot to the left or a foot to the right. That's
Yeah.
exactly where you don't want to end up.
And that is a very thin cut to the center.
Yeah.
And the 9 ball obviously is blocking the 7, but if you bank it, make the 9,
Yeah, but that's
too risky.
too risky, yeah.
He's going for safety.
I mean, if the 9 wasn't there, he probably would have banked the 7 into the side. But with the 9 not
Quite
centered
center, yeah.
before the pocket, you know, it would have been really dumb to do so. But the safety was not ideal either here.
I think Victor's going to take this on. Makes it. And the cue ball is going to sit nicely. And that was a tough shot.
It was, yeah, indeed. But again, when you are in good form and when you are younger,
Oh, yeah.
not saying careless, but just
Ruthless.
not afraid to
Yeah.
go for it, then the ball actually becomes easier.
Yeah, yeah. And Wiktor Zielinski has a 2-0 lead now over Germany's Joshua Filler. He's looking for his back-to-back victories. He won his first tour stop actually in Italy. I think that was in 2019, Victor. And then waited a year. Of course, we had a gap year with all the pandemic. And again, Italy last November, he picks up his second title. I did mention to him then that he might want to think about moving to Italy. And he said, yeah, I really like it. Yeah, he said, I really like it here. He won both his EuroTour events there. He's trying to break off the Italian shackles and win an event on different soil. And here in Slovenia, he's off to the perfect start, leading 2-0, rack number 3. Again, 3 balls off of the break. This kid has got a sledgehammer.
But is facing a tough position here. I don't even know if you can see the edge of the 2 ball to maybe play a safety, or if he actually has to push, which to me it looks like.
Yeah, it's tough to see if he can see the edge. He's called a push.
The question is, where do you push to here? If you roll it towards the right center pocket, then you leave maybe a possible bank into the side, which Joshua is good at banking.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to do that. So that looks like a jump shot, but I would give it back, yeah.
Wow, is Victor gonna take it? He is. He's got his jump stick. He knew Joshua was giving it back. He's got to jump 2 balls. Oh wow, what a terrific shot. Jumping both the balls, but he hasn't been rewarded.
Yeah,
Rewarding the
great
fact that he,
jump
made it, but
I think he knew the problem, that even by making it, he wouldn't get a good position on the 4 ball. But luckily he saw the edge of it.
played a
Played
very,
a very good
very
safety.
good
Yeah.
safety, yeah.
Mhm. I think Joshua can actually make that ball. It's so close to the rail that there's
Yeah.
like a huge area to make it, but yeah.
Yeah, he went for it. You know, he had to try.
He had to,
You've
yeah.
got to play with pace.
Yeah, he had to, because if he played it softer, then he would have, you know, left it right in front of the pocket anyway. So
Yeah.
rather give it a chance. And you know, if he would have hit the 4 a little different, it could have ended maybe not in front of the pocket, but you know, in a way more difficult spot.
Yeah, playing it hard, it can go in, or you can get lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
Jim Rempe told me once, early in the early 90s. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to shoot and hope. Like, you know, if you don't know what to do, just hit it 100 miles.
No, but that is what Joshua tried then. That is one of those shots.
Yeah.
Because if you play it soft, you're eliminating your luck.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be then potting it. But if you play it hard, you could have the luck as well as a pot. And Wiktor Zielinski takes this 9 ball for a 3-0 lead now over Joshua Filler. Ruthless shooting from this young man.
Yeah. Yeah, dangerous player. When he's on the roll, oof,
Yeah.
but both. I mean,
He-
it's
yeah,
not a big difference. I mean, there is a big difference in style, and Joshua is the way more, I call it the mature player already, even though he's still young. But he's won so many events, and he's been in so many big or bigger events than Wiktor.
He has
But
the
Wiktor will-
experience
Yeah,
of
but Wiktor
major
will
events.
certainly get there at some point.
I
So
think Victor's been traveling, but generally in Europe, he spent a lot of his time in Europe, where I think Joshua sort of set sail a little bit more
in the
further
US,
afield
yeah.
and got a bit more experience there. So he's matured. He knows when to take the chance and when not to,
Yep.
where Wiktor is still fearless. And Joshua needs to get something going. And you look at that. I
Mhm.
don't think he's got a shot on the 2.
Nope.
Made 2 balls off of the break. The blue 2 is the next ball he's got to get. And he's stuck behind the 7.
So you see pushing for a jump, hoping that Wiktor maybe take on the jump and misses it, or and I'm quite sure that Wiktor is going to take that. I don't think he's going to give it back. Well, already there with his jump cue. And the 4 ball close to the 2, so there's not really much that he needs to do. He just has to make it, which is, you know, it's not a hanger. Because the jump shot is, yeah, I would say still less than 50%.
Yeah, still less than
Yeah.
50%.
I mean,
I think as an average for every player, you have some that are making good percentages,
well,
but you know,
I mean,
it depends
if,
who.
if the 2 ball was a little closer to the pocket, then obviously, you know,
Yeah.
the percentages are going up. But this was still like half a diamond away from the pocket, and angle and long distance. So
So there are some specialists in jumping. One comes to mind, and that's the Spaniard Francisco Sanchez.
yeah, I mean, there are
So-
some. Fedor Gorst became or is a very
Of
good
course,
jumper.
yeah.
Very, very good. So is Niels Fine.
Yeah, there's a few about now. You mention it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you don't often see Niels jumping much. You know, he's
Mm.
very more.
Well,
Or
he
the
also has
games.
a good kicking game, but when the jump is on, he definitely takes it.
Yeah.
And he's a very good jumper. There is no doubt.
Joshua with a good chance now to open his account here.
Yeah,
In-
that's exactly what he was hoping for, you know. Offer him the jump shot and hope that Wiktor is going to miss it.
Just reading some of the comments on one of our platforms. And, they reckon Gorst is the best jumper in the world. He's certainly one of them, that's for sure. Joshua gets his first point on the board, now trailing Wiktor Zielinski, 3 games to 1.
Welcome back. After 4 wrecks, the score is Wiktor Zielinski 3, Joshua Filler 1. Wiktor's breaking in wreck 5.
Wiktor with the advantage here, leading 3-1, and already stolen a break from Joshua. That's probably one of the worst breaks from Wiktor in the 2 matches so far, semi-final and here. I know we're only just into this final, but he's been breaking so well. Been having a shot basically on every time. But now,
let's see if he tries maybe to run with the cue ball into the 9. Or playing a safety. Oh, okay. Wow.
okay.
Well, from here it didn't look like it was able to make it in the center pocket there. Well, I guess that's why I'm sitting here doing commentary and he's there playing the finals. Yeah, looks like another break and run.
Wiktor really making this look easy. This 9-ball gives him a 3-rack advantage over the current European 9-ball champion Joshua Filler. Wiktor now leading 4 games to 1. It's a race to 9.
Yeah, he's looking comfortable, for sure.
Yeah, Joshua, he's got to do something here. You see the way he's not slouched in his chair, but he's just not himself in his chair there. I think he's...
That was a tough 3-ball. Now that I looked at it again,
yeah.
I don't know. I would probably wouldn't have even tried it because it looked so difficult, especially on these side pockets.
There.
I have to
your
mention
side.
it. Yeah.
Your side. They're your nemesis, are they, Ralph? The side pockets. You're going to go to bed with nightmares on them side pockets.
Yeah.
You got to shake the monkey off your back. You're going to go and smash them side pockets in your paw on your own table, actually, and start working on that. Joshua not really hitting the pack that well there, you see.
No, but it was a good break. I think he hit the one really nicely and opened up the pack nicely too, and gets a good.
It just
good
looked like
opening
his
shot.
action was not right. That's
Yeah, well, it's
possibly
just,
there.
you know, sometimes you got to do a different cue action on the break. And he hit it good. And
There could be a point there, trailing 4-1, and his break hasn't really ran for him. They've got to try something new.
yeah, that's actually something that I saw in the finals of the women's match earlier on, where Olivia, had a hard time,
Yeah.
hitting the break.
Getting anything there, wasn't she?
But she, was kind of stubborn and kept the same break instead of trying to maybe change the position of the cue ball or maybe hit the one a little different, and
Yeah, she was persevering with her own problems, wasn't
Yeah.
she? Rather than trying to solve them, try something different. Although that 7-ball is straight, Joshua will have no problem. Just a bit of a draw. And he's on the 8. Now he's moving around the table.
yeah, picking up the pace.
Filler pulls another one back. Now trailing 2 games to 4 against Wiktor Zielinski. Race to 9 at the Dynamic Billiard Lasko Open here in Slovenia. It's a freezing night outside, but it's warm in here. And we still have some of the COVID restrictions on here in Slovenia. Sporting venues have different regulations to the general public outside. I think they're still putting a lot of people off venturing out. I must admit, the bars and the restaurants here have been relatively quiet. People eating a lot at home.
Yeah, it's still, obviously the pandemic is still not over.
Yeah. Just
The
wondering,
numbers
is
are
it?
still super high, especially in Germany.
Yeah. It's the same here. We have to follow the restrictions every day in case
Yep.
they change. But let's hope we're over that, because we're here. Rack number 7, Wiktor Zielinski breaking.
He's hitting the break really, really well.
He is.
And he's getting the results, which is, again, nothing that you can practice or, you can do about, because it's depends on how does the referee rec, which position he puts the balls in, and
All of them things.
and everything combined, plus a little luck by hitting the ball good,
Yep.
and maybe the cue ball not getting kicked away into a funny position.
And there is, you find yourself on that rack, you find your own sweet spot. There's not one particular place that suits everyone.
Exactly.
It's your own break, you know, so once you've found that, as long as you can repeat that every time, then your break is going to be reasonable. But as soon as you vary that break shot, you got to find it again. And Wiktor certainly has found his.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Maybe a little straighter than he wanted it to be. Here again, he wanted maybe a few degrees more angle, so that the cue ball is gonna, yeah, but it was okay. I guess he was able to cheat the pocket a little bit to get the cue ball off the rail.
Yeah, and punches that 9-ball in for a 5-2 lead over Germany's Joshua Filler.
And both are playing fast now.
Yeah, this is almost like speed, Paul.
Yeah.
It's, but this is what the youngsters bring to the game. You know, if you ever get the chance to watch the European Youth Championships, there you see a lot of enjoyable pool, because they try things that you wouldn't even think of.
Yeah, correct.
And it's fun to watch. And it's good to watch. I mean, the rest of the world knows the standard of the youth in Europe. For many years, the EuroTour European Championships have been one stream of a production line of champions.
Yeah,
That is
which
a
we now
luxury.
see here at the EuroTour for
Yes.
several years already.
Yeah, that's a luxury we have. And that, of course, is a lot to do with the EPBF and its members.
They do a lot of good work on the junior side, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Joshua Filler breaking off rack 8. In trouble. Trailing Wiktor Zielinski 5-2. He's got a shot on the 2-ball.
Yeah, nice open table. Just needs to make the 2-ball.
This is
I don't know
Oh,
if he's
yeah.
dead straight or...
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I thought if there was a little bit of an angle, would be better. But he got it. It looked closer to that knuckle than it was actually.
Yep.
'Cause I was concerned with that knuckle. These two players are just trading blows at the moment. Break and run, break and run.
Yeah, they could probably play with a 20-second shot clock.
Yeah, these
The
two,
way
you
they're
don't
playing,
need the
yeah.
shot clock with these two, really. Joshua Filler reduces the deficit. He is chasing Wiktor Zielinski, now trailing 3-5. Wiktor up next breaking, and Joshua has got to hope that Wiktor's wheels come off, because the man is a machine with a hammer. We just see Joshua running this rack.
Yeah, at the moment it's a break and run competition.
Yeah, yeah. It's just now, who's got the nerves? Can you hold your nerve? You need the break, you need a bit
Yep,
of luck.
of course, yep.
But once they're there, you've still got to perform. Remember, this is a race to 9. It's alternate break. And Wiktor is in the driving seat, leading by 2 clear racks. And he's breaking here in rack number 9.
The cue ball.
Oof, and it's going.
Yep.
Oh, a glimmer of hope for Joshua, maybe.
That's what Joshua was hoping for.
Yes.
That one chance on a maybe bad or unlucky break.
Yeah.
And he got it.
And in 2 matches now, that's the first scratch from Wiktor.
Yeah, cue ball got kicked in, so it's not that he hit the pack bad. It was just, you know, a little unlucky. But that's what happens with the semi-cut break. You know, you send the cue ball a little bit to one of the rails, and then when another object ball comes and kicks it away,
Yeah,
that's what can happen.
it can go anywhere. Joshua didn't like that.
Now, of course, he wanted to be straight. Now he has to go back and forth. Just have the cue ball travel a little more. That was not ideal. Yeah, he was pointing with the cue where he wanted to be at, because he was looking to get straight on the 6.
Yeah.
Just play a stop shot. Now he has to get around, use the short rail, and to play the 7 in the same pocket where the 6 will go.
He judged that well. They could have easily clipped the 7 on the way by. He's got position. Overrun it a little bit, but not a problem.
No, it should be okay. He can follow through and play the 9 in the corner where he is standing at.
Or is there a bit too much of an angle?
Or bump into it, yeah.
Make it easy for the next shot. Joshua Filler stealing a rack from Wiktor Zielinski. And
After 9 racks, we have a 4-minute commercial break.
yes, and the players use that time to get some refreshments. So 4 minutes is all you have to wait for the conclusion of this terrific final, where Wiktor Zielinski is leading Joshua Filler 5-4. We'll be back with you in a few minutes' time.
Well, back at the table. I guess they shortened the break. Joshua with a successful break. Made 2 balls and has a good opening on the 2. Looking to level the match at 5.
And Joshua still needs a mistake from Wiktor in this match because Wiktor has the final break.
That is true, yeah.
Although he's clawed his way back into the match, he still needs additional help.
Another nice break and probably run by the killer.
Certainly looking that way. This 9 ball will bring the match all square. And it's a race to 4. Wiktor Zielinski losing his 2-rack advantage, scratching off the break. And Joshua breaking and running. And Wiktor is up next. Rack number 11. That was a decent break and run there from Joshua. He needed that to keep the pressure on Wiktor.
And he certainly did. Now the question is, can Wiktor crawl back and get back into the lead? I mean, twice he had a 3-game lead, and with that 1 scratch on his break, he lost that. Still any advantage of having the possible last break when it goes all the way to hill-hill?
Yeah. That's what I said, that Joshua still needs a bit of help. Let's see if Wiktor's got his sweet spot again. I think he's found it again, but not as rewarding as before. Got a shot on the 2. Difficult cueing just past that 4 ball. I think to cut the 2, I think he'll have to cue over the 4 ball. But a good thing is, cue ball will be coming back down table, and that 3 ball will be the right side of the center pocket if he can make the 2.
But it's very difficult.
Yes, the APBF head referee Miha Vovko from Slovenia. He's in charge of approximately 30 odd referees in the EPBF. Oh, Wiktor, he's got away with it.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to cut it in.
Yeah.
And got away with it. Oof.
Yeah, and Joshua, he can jump this. Problem is, the cue ball will most likely be traveling backwards up the table, and that 3 ball is in an awkward position.
The question is he trying to jump it into the side, maybe off the 3?
Okay, there's another shot there.
Because if he tries to make it in the corner, he might scratch in the side.
Let's see what he's going to do.
That's a tough one. Yeah,
He's looking there.
that's probably the more safer option. Not that it is easy, but at least, you know, you avoid the scratch.
Oh, wow.
And he hits it even without hitting the 3.
Don't know. As that 3 just traveled so far, can he take it to the center? I think he can. It's not a nice shot. Cue ball near the rail. If he's got to slow roll this. That is good.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
That was more difficult than Joshua made it look.
And now he's in the driving seat, so to
Yes.
speak.
He certainly is.
It's going to take away another serve from Wiktor. And he has the momentum
Yeah, it's certainly in Joshua's corner now.
from being down 5-2 and now being up for the very first time.
Now leaving himself a little bit of a stretcher.
Yeah, a little tougher than he wanted to be. But it shouldn't be a problem. It's just a natural standard ball. And being left-handy.
And he makes it. Joshua Filler got his nose in front now, leading Wiktor Zielinski 6-5. Just stole a couple of racks back from Wiktor. Now, as Ralph just said, he's in the driving seat.
Yeah, everything has changed. Now when you look how Wiktor is sitting in his chair.
The roles have reversed. That was the ball from Wiktor. I think he either tried to thin cut that or no, the pace he played it. I mean, that was a tremendous jump shot.
Yep.
The pace that Wiktor played that 2-ball, I think he was trying to slow roll it.
Well, he was definitely trying to make it.
Yeah,
There's no doubt. Otherwise, he would have played it with a different pace. You know.
Yeah, because that was played at the pace that you wanted to cut that in.
Yeah.
Not kick and hide.
Joshua break-in in rack number 12, leading 6-5. Still race to 9.
Look at the 2-ball. 8-ball is a blocker.
Well, could be a possible combination.
I don't think it's online, so if it is, he's going to have to cut the 2. Yeah, he's looking there.
That's actually the only shot I see. I don't really see any easy safety here.
You see him just pointing there where the 2-ball is going to go after this
Exactly.
cut. Onto the 9, onto the next one.
Exactly. That's the trick. I mean, the combination is tough enough, but you know, trying to spot where the 2-ball will end.
He missed the combination, and I think the 8-ball might have just saved Joshua there.
From a possible combination.
Yeah, because look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about 2 millimeters, but it's enough to block the pocket.
That's a tricky situation here. Maybe leave think there's a window for Joshua, so you can see the edge of the two. It's just a question what you can do with the cue ball. If you can get behind those balls.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't really have many options there.
I think keeping the two in front of that gang there, I
Yeah.
think it helps you.
But obviously you wanted to get behind the 7
Yeah.
instead of just rolling onto it.
I think there he concentrated on keeping the two within that area and was just hoping that the
Yep.
cue ball would get past. We've had this conversation a few times, but in that situation, concentrate on getting one of the balls for sure safe, or where you want it.
Good
Try and
safety
get
here
both
by
of them.
Wiktor. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're trying to get both of the balls in exactly them positions.
Sometimes you mess it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's looking at a 2-rail kick. So the question is if you can make the 4 ball.
Joshua not happy with that.
Yeah, but it's still not easy to get out from here, because the 9 ball will block the way for the cue ball to get down to the 3, because he needs to go back and forth. Hit that good, yeah.
Judge that right, yeah.
Yeah.
If he put any more English on that, he could have bumped into the 9. So that's well judged, but he's got to get to the 4 ball. And that is frozen down on the bottom rail.
And if he is straight, yep. So bring the 4 ball to the left side, maybe, and the cue ball to the right side, or vice versa.
Marry the cue ball up with a 5 almost.
Well executed. It's too difficult to jump, so he's gonna kick 1 rail. Difficult. It's not really a good safety option here. I mean, you just have to hit it and hope that you're gonna hide something.
Free. Oh no.
Yeah, difficult. Very
Yeah.
difficult.
Also playing it with pace changes the angle that you're coming off of the cushion. So, and that, in that instance, it's again hit and hope. You know, you got to hit it and hope you get some luck. So when you're playing it harder there, you got to remember that angle is changing.
And those are the few well, let's rephrase that. That those are the times when you actually need maybe a few more seconds for the shot.
Right. Because you need
These are
to.
the situations where the 35 seconds are actually not enough.
Right. Yeah.
Because you need to think what you're going to do. Then you have to measure and figure out how to play maybe a possible resave, and and those are the situations where the shot clock is working against you.
Yeah, sure, but you know, you can have the other scenario where some players will stand there for 5 minutes working that one out. You know, so you have to try and find the balance
Of
there.
course, I'm not saying that you should have
Wiktor.
all the time in the world, but you know, maybe
Something.
in the future we could think of, I don't know, like a joker timeout once per match, something like that. You know.
Yeah, like a sort
Whatever
of
you wanna call it.
throw your trump card on the table and say, okay, I need more time or something.
Yep.
But yeah, well, Wiktor Zielinski has leveled the match up and stole a rack back. And now the driver of the car has changed again, Ralph.
Yeah, well, now it's a race to 3, and you know, you still have to try to hold your serve and win the game off your own break.
That was the shot Wiktor playing a superb safety shot there on the 4. Rack number 13, Wiktor Zielinski breaking off square at 6 each.
That's another nice break here.
Yeah.
And a nice opening shot on the 2. Just draw a diamond or 2 diamonds back to get shape on a 3.
Does it just as you spoke, Ralph?
Maybe a little too far. Because now he has a funny angle.
Yeah, you see.
He's not happy because the top left corner is blocked by the 6 and the angle is shown towards the long bottom rail. So now he needs to create something.
I think he's going to have to draw that back and take that 4 to the center pocket where the 7 is. Oh, he's got a lot on that. Forget the center pocket.
Yep.
But that's where the cue ball was traveling. He got a lot on that one.
Yeah, certainly put a lot of juice on this draw shot.
Yeah.
Nice executed. Came a little short here. Probably needs to go around for the 9. But not a big problem.
Puts it as if it was ball in hand. Wiktor Zielinski with a rack lead now over Joshua Filler. 7 games to 6. That's 13 racks. And only 1 separating these 2 players. And we shall see the replays, and then we have 2 minutes commercial. So stay with us, and we'll see the conclusion of this match. Got a few suggestions on there for the shot clock, that if you get hooked, you get an extra minute. You know, if the player hooks you, or player snookers you, you get an extra minute, but
No,
trying to control them, it's crazy. But
that could never work.
yeah, that'll be a tough one, but keep trying, keep trying. We are listening.
I'd rather have an extra 5 seconds to begin with, maybe 40 seconds. Or as I said, like 1 extra extension for the whole match that you could use. back at the table. Joshua break-in, trailing 7 racks to 6. Having a super nice break here, making 3 balls.
The angle here though, Ralph.
That's
Will he be running into the 4 here?
I think he will probably try to run into the 8 and stop the cue ball at the 8. Oh no, wow.
Wow.
See, it really looked different from
Yes.
up here.
Yeah, that did look like the angle was coming over there. I chose the 4, you chose the 8, and he
Yeah.
went between.
He proved us both wrong.
Yeah, as the players generally do. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, this is, yeah, this can be an embarrassing room sometimes, Ralph.
Yeah, well. Again, that's why we are here and they are there.
Yes, that's right.
Ooh,
Mm.
he definitely used the size of the pocket on this shot.
He did.
But he played it at a good speed where, you know, gave the 7 ball a good chance to still drop.
Joshua Filler ties the match up, 7-7, and it's a race to 2, Ralph.
Yep.
It is. It's going to be a rack shootout soon, the way these 2 players are playing. Both of them breaking pretty well. The odd one slips up here and there, but both of them slipping up almost simultaneously. And we are still level, 7-7.
Yeah, whoever makes the next mistake is probably going to lose.
Yes, that could be it. Because now, a race to 2, the break's so important, and any mistake should be punished. Well, Wiktor Zielinski, the sledgehammer, breaking off in rack 15.
So is that his
Ah,
real
it's,
nickname?
Well, I'm going to give him
Okay,
that.
well.
If he ain't got one, that's his nickname.
All
The
right.
Sledgehammer. I mean, his break is unbelievable.
I wasn't sure if he already had a nickname
No,
or not.
that I don't know. I mean, look. Okay, only 2 balls off of the break this time.
And he got a shot on the 2 ball, which is the most important. I mean, obviously, first of all, you need to make a ball.
Yep.
Need to fulfill the break requirements, and you need to get a shot on the lowest ball.
Few people asking about Wiktor, who he's sponsored by, etc. I mean, if you look at his shirt, you'll see that he plays with the Predator cues,
And sponsored by Predator.
and also funded by the Polish Sports Ministry. And his age, I think he is 21. He's thereabouts. I mean, we've had a gap year now with the pandemic, so you lose a year. It could be.
I know
you
there were an issue with playing in America because they have a lot of the events in the casinos now,
Yep.
and
so
he was not allowed to play there for a while. That
Gotcha.
I remember. But I'm not 100% sure if he is 21 already.
right. So it's thereabouts anyway, because he
Yep.
was in the Atlantic Challenge Cup a few years ago. That's where he met his current girlfriend, Daria Siranchuk, who Wiktor spoke very emotionally about in the interview with Luke Riches. Unfortunately, she's caught up in the conflict out there, but she is safe now. Made it into Poland.
Which is good to know. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She has a student visa in Poland, so it was an easier route for her. Tough to get there, but once she got to the border, apparently, because she had a student visa, That was okay, but getting to the border, that was the problem. As Wiktor gets on the hill, leading Joshua Filler 8-7. Joshua is breaking to stay in the match.
Yeah, it's a really high quality match. Not many mistakes at all so far.
Not really, no.
No.
And it was pretty similar in Wiktor's semi-final. There was 16 racks, 1 foul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's saying something.
Yeah.
From both players.
Yeah.
I mean, Wojciech made some unbelievable breaks and shots too, but it's just that one mistake.
That
That's,
could make the big difference at the end. Yeah.
It does. When you have 2 players at this level, it only takes one unforced error or one poor God saying you ain't gonna win today. Joshua Filler, rack 16 to stay in this match. Made a couple off of the break.
Cue ball on top of the 8 makes it really, really difficult for the 3 ball. I wonder if he's gonna try to cut it and get the cue ball around, or if he plays a safety, which is probably the wise choice here.
Yeah, leave the cue ball sort of somewhere behind the 9 and 5.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But not in front of the side pocket.
Oy, that's, if that ain't open, that's jumpable, and that's I think that's gone. But can Wiktor get through?
I think he's gonna jump it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he has to. Oh, maybe the window is big enough to. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow.
Of all the spaces, you play a safety, and you have.
And
what
only
the
this
heck?
particular angle.
Yeah.
If the cue ball goes a little more to the left, or the free ball, then
Yeah.
you don't even have that clear path. You know.
I mean, if you plan to put it there, you'd be happy, and then there's a little gap like that.
Yeah.
That's
But
still got some work because this 5 is not easy.
he was a little careless on this shot here.
Oh, he's
Oh.
okay.
He was scared
looking
for a second here.
Yeah. I think his heart skipped a quick beat.
But it's still some work to do, because he looks like almost straight on the 6, and you don't really want to hit that ball hard and try to cheat the pocket. Oh no, yeah. He had a little angle.
Yeah, he could just punch it out. A big
Oh, now he's
sigh of relief there.
almost perfect, except for bridging over the 8 a little bit. But oops.
Yeah, just got to keep the concentration. 2 balls, and Wiktor Zielinski will go into an exclusive club of those players who can claim that they have won 2 tour stops back to back. And he does it.
Oh.
What relief for that young man.
Congrats
The emotions.
to both players.
Yes, the emotions that kid has been through. But Joshua and Wiktor Zielinski have put up a great, great show here in Lasko, Slovenia. Superb. Congratulations, Wiktor. Congratulations, Joshua. It was a great final. Thank you both. We are going to present the trophy shortly and hear a few words from Wiktor. So stay tuned if you'd like to see that. If not, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, we are going to be back in a few days' time. We have a lot of action coming up from the European Championships. So I'd like to thank my co-commentator again, Ralph Souquet. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, David.
It's been a pleasure to work with you in here, and very knowledgeable. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the award ceremony and hear a few words from Wiktor. Bye-bye from us here in Slovenia.
Bye-bye.
Ceremony for the Dynamic Billiard Lasko Open 2022. I think we can all agree that was an absolute top quality match, and it was a shame there had to be a loser. Firstly, let me welcome in the presentation party, the Vice President of the EPBF, Mr. Tommy Laminajo. As ever, these type of events can't happen without our sponsors, so we have to give a big shout out to Dynamic Billiard, Ivan Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Rasson Slate, Longoni Cues, Kamui Brand, Predator Cues, Q-Tech, Mes Cues, and Perry Cues. And of course, we must thank the Thumana Hotel Spa and Resort for their hospitality all this week. So, without further ado, let me ask Tommy to present the trophy to Wiktor Zielinski. Wiktor, let me get a couple of words with you. I know it's an emotional time for you, but can you put into words what that win meant for you?
Well, it means really a lot. Like, you know, I couldn't believe that I can win from the beginning of this tournament, but with each next match, I was playing better and better, and you see, like, semi-final and the final, a couple of good break and run-outs, almost matches near perfect. Also, shootout to Wojtek and Yoshi, because they played really well. Also, like, you know, it was really tough, but I'm happy that I managed to win. It really means a lot right now for me.
Okay. Now that's 2 wins out of 2 on the EuroTour. What sort of confidence does that give you for the rest of the year and the big events coming up?
Well, I think it will give me, of course, the confidence, but I don't care that I will try to win, like, you know, everything. Like, you know, play my best, just do my best, just play my best, just play my game, you know. Don't know what to say even.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Wiktor Zielinski. Well, we hope you've enjoyed all the action here in Lasko this week. We're back on Kozoom with the European Championship starting in a couple of days, and then at Treviso, Italy, for more EuroTour action in a couple of months.